Hey everyone, welcome to Craving Something Scary, where it's all horror all the time. Now in this video, I'm going to discuss a recent interview with writer and director David Gordon Green, where he makes an astonishing admission regarding his intention for Halloween Ends from the very outset of writing the movie. His admission demonstrates that there was a huge disconnect between the creative side of the film and the marketing side of things as well. Could it be that what was marketed as the ultimate showdown film between Laurie and Michael was actually never the intention from David Gordon Green from the very beginning? Let's go! So the article on comicbook.com posts the following headline: Halloween Ends was never going to be a Laurie and Michael movie, according to director. And the article goes on to say, director David Gordon Green has previously revealed that he did consider several different endings, but now makes it clear that the closing chapter of his trilogy was never just going to be about Myers and Strode putting their decades-long feud to rest. Okay, so the setup there does not sound too bad, but it's when we read David Gordon Green's actual comments that everything becomes crystal clear. Here's what David Gordon Green had to say about writing the movie. Quote, "We had to decide how we wanted to wrap up these characters," he tells MovieMaker.com. "How do we want to make it not just a nice, neat bow on a franchise?" All right, now listen carefully here to this next line, guys. He says, "Honestly, we never once considered making a Laurie and Michael movie," and quotes, laughs. "The concept that it should be a final showdown type brawl never even crossed our minds. I wanted to see where it would go. I wanted one to win, one to die. But we were always more ambitious with that. So how did we want to go out? By doing what no one except us would do. Make a love story. It's our version of going out with a bang and opening our hearts to this community and these characters." Okay, lots to unpack here. This kind of goes back to what I talked about earlier in the introduction of this video, how the creative team and the marketing team were clearly disconnected because the entire Halloween Ends marketing campaign was built upon the final showdown between Michael and Laurie. It was absolutely marketed through the TV trailers, through all of the online ads that would run, and the actual trailer, full-blown trailer. Everything was pointing us to the final showdown. This movie was billed as an epic film of Laurie and Michael's final showdown with each other, final epic battle, and bringing closure to this trilogy in the proper way. So we read here that David actually says, "We never once considered making a Laurie and Michael movie. That was never his intention." So I've talked a lot about how the marketing was bait and switch, and I think that that's reflective in the box office plummet that we've seen from this movie, because people went in expecting one thing and were given something completely different. Now, yes, there is a battle. Excuse me, there is a fight between Michael and Laurie. It does happen, but it's only done at the very end of this other story, and even the fight itself seems very quick. It seems very rushed. It flies by super fast, and pretty much, if you don't pay close attention, the fight's over. I mean, it's done. There wasn't even that. Laurie didn't have to fight very hard to defeat Michael in this battle. So I keep calling it a battle. It really wasn't. It was a fight. A battle is what we were hoping for. An epic battle. I would love to have seen it go another 5 minutes or so. just the two of them fighting, going to different rooms of the house. Just, I mean, really, really, really wearing us out as an audience where we're just worn out from watching it because it was so intense. That was what I was hoping for. And now I knew, though, of course, as a content creator, and you guys know me on the channel, I dug in. I looked at the stuff closer. I knew about Corey. I knew it was going to happen. I fully suspected it. So I wasn't really surprised as far as how the differentiation, the story went. But I still was disappointed at the lack of time of this final fight. It should have been longer. Should have been epic. And so he says again, the concept that it should be a final showdown type brawl never even crossed our minds. He does say he wanted to see one win, one die. So he did say that, but he wasn't really going for a big showdown, and that's what we didn't get it. That matches what he's saying. So he says here, we always want to be more ambitious with that. So how do we want to go out? By doing what no one except us would do. And and that is make a love story. That's our version of going out with the bang. So I understand. Yeah, you're right. No one else would do that because it's a Halloween movie. This is a Halloween movie. It's an established story. It's the end of a trilogy, and it's closure for 18 and Kills. And that's how we do it. So it was unexpected, but this is what David's mindset was. Just to let you guys know, it's really, I've seen so many interviews that since the movie was come out the last couple of weeks here, that continue to just blow my mind by what I'm reading. And, Rowan Campbell had an interview the other day. I did a video on here where he opened up about David Gordon Green admitting to him when he got the part, before they even started filming, that he already knew that a lot of fans were really, really, really not going to be happy with the direction they took. I had a video on that. I won't rehash that. But this feeds right back into that. I never once considered making a Laurie and Michael movie. And my question, David, is why not? This is the whole point of this film, to close out the trilogy. It's Michael and Laurie. It was Michael and Laurie in 2018. It was Michael and Haddonfield in 20 Kills, because Laurie was, in the hospital, obviously couldn't really do anything, but she was present in it. Of course, it was Michael's movie. He did what he did. But my thing is, this is the movie to do the showdown. Like, this is the one to close out the trilogy, to bring this epic story to a close. We want to see that. I would much rather see that than, someone else doing a whole lot of killing of other people that aren't significant. Let's get Laurie and Michael center stage. Let's get Hawkins and Lindsay center stage. Let's get the gang back together, and let's make this thing end on the proper bombastic note. So anyway, guys, I won't go on and on about it. I just wanted to let you guys know, in case you have not seen this interview, that David Gordon Green, from the very outset, never considered making a Laurie and Michael movie. And so the marketing was just completely wrong. That I think that might have saved some of the backlash, but it ultimately was not going to deliver what the expectation was. And I think that's the reason why we're seeing such a dip in the box office. But anyway, guys, I'll leave it there. Again, as I said, I want to know what you think about David Gordon Green's comments about the story for Halloween Ends. What are your opinions, thoughts, ideas? Please leave a comment below, and I will respond, and we can discuss. All right, guys, that's all for this update, but I'll be back soon with more Halloween Ends and other horror movie content. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And until next time, this is Craving Something Scary, where it's all horror all the time. Thanks for watching.